so the first hand we're going to go over, I looked down at 8-6 offsuit. Been at the table now for about 15-20 minutes. Haven't got any playable hands. I thought, why not? Kind of bored at this point. Action folds around to the hijack, who limps in, cutoff limps in. I raised at $9, trying to see where everybody's at. Hopefully I could just bluff at the pot right now, take the blinds. But that does not happen, because the small blind, big blind both call my $9, and the hijack and cutoff both call. So we're going 5 ways to the flop. Pot is $45. So the flop is 3, 9, 10, 2 diamonds. Action checks back to me. I just checked back here. I have a gut shot. I just want to see a free card. Not too really ballsy right now. Just first hand I'm playing. I don't want to get it all in just yet. So let's see the turn. So the turn is a jack of spades. Action checks around back to me again. And with 2 flush draws out there, and action check to me twice. With the gutter ball, I bet $20, a little bit less than half pot. Just trying to bluff any high, maybe ace high, king high, trying to bluff them off. But only the hijack calls. We're going heads up to the river. The river is a 6 of hearts. Hijack checks back to me. I don't feel he has any pair at this point. He might have like ace, king high, maybe even queen high. So with second to bottom pair, tiny bit of showdown value, I bet 15 to a $45 pot. And hijack snap called. I reluctantly show my hand, the pair of sixes, and he mucked. And I was surprised that we kind of won that pot. We took down the pot of $115. So the next time we're going to go over, I'm in the small blind. I look down at king 4 of diamonds. Under the gun limps in, +2, hijack, and the button all limp in. I decided to just limp in as well. I've seen these guys go all in with some crazy hands, like 7-3, 6-5. These guys pretty much just want to play, so I don't want to be put in that position, so I just limp in, and we're going to go 5 ways to the flop. So the flop came 8-3 ace with 2 diamonds out there. Actually flopped pretty good, all things considered. I bet $10 trying to protect my hand and hopefully bluff it off and maybe get any calls from any ace X holdings. And action folds around to the button, who makes the call, and we're going heads up to the turn. The turn is a 7 of spades. Doesn't help me. With 2 flush draws out there also, I just check back. At this point, hopefully seeing a free card, and that's what the button does. He checks it back, and now we're off to the river. So the turn is deuce of clubs. I contemplating firing again here. I just don't have the balls right now, and sitting with only king high, I doubt I'm gonna be good here. He most likely has some sort of ace X holding. So that's what I did. I checked, and he bet $20, and I folded. Nice hand, buddy. So the directly next hand, I looked down at queen 10 of diamonds. For some reason, I couldn't find this recording, so I tried to edit in my own little queen 10 of diamonds. Hope you like my professional editing. But for this hand, I'm kind of disappointed at the last hand. Not really how I played. I probably could have played a little bit better, try to bluff him off, but I kind of chased the flush, which I shouldn't have been put in that position. But for this hand, we have a lot of limpers actually. We have under the gun, +2, +3, hijack, and the low jack all limp in. So I bet $12 in position, hoping to take off the blinds and narrow down the field. And that doesn't happen when the small blind shoves for $22. So it folds around to the +2 player, which he called the $22, and I make the call. So we're coming 3 ways to the flop with already 1 all in. So the flop comes 8-9 jack rainbow. I could have not asked for a better flop. Flop the nuts straight. This is a dream with already 1 player all in. So I'm trying to hold my excitement in. I look down at my cards, which I shouldn't have done at this point. Kind of gives a tell, but I don't think the +2 saw. So he checks, and I check back for deception. So the turn is a 5 of clubs. Pretty much a brick in my opinion. I don't think it would help the +2 player at all. So +2 checks to me, and I lead out with a small sizing of $20. Pot's already 81, so I'm betting the fourth pot, and he insta folds. So we're off to the river with already the one person heads up. So the river is an ace of diamonds, not concerning. I'm pretty much nutted at this point. So I show my cards, announce the straight, and she looks for like 10 seconds. I don't know what she was looking at, but she mucks her cards without showing, and we took down another pot. And it's probably the biggest one of the night so far. So the next hand is gonna be a quick one. I'm in the small blind. I look down at 7-9 offsuit. Action limps. The +3 limped in. Button limped in for $2 more. I just limped in the big blind check. And we're going 4 ways to the flop. $12 in the pot. Flop comes 2-3-8 rainbow. Action checks around to me. I thought, why not? I'll try to fire at it. So I bet $6 into a $12 pot. So about half pot. And then everybody folds, so I took down $12 uncontested. Not bad. So the next hand I'm gonna go over, I'm in the low jack. I look down at ace-7 offsuit, and this is the hand that pretty much told me I could not bluff any of these guys at this table because they're pretty much called down nothing, even if they have air. So the action goes +1, +3, limp in. I just limp in. I should have raised. I probably would have isolated. Hijack limps, and the big blind checks. So we're going 5 ways to the flop. Flop comes King 3-6, all hearts. Ouch. Horrible, horrible flop for us. So action checks back to me on the flop, and with 3 hearts on the board, I just don't feel that I'm gonna be bluffing at anybody. I'm pretty sure anybody with maybe even any heart X holding, even deuce of hearts, they'll call me down. So I decided to just check back, and action checks all the way through, and we're off to the turn. So the turn is a 5 of diamonds. At this point, I don't feel like anybody has a heart. So I thought, why not? Let me try to bluff at the pot right now and hopefully take it down. So when action checks around to me, I bet $10, around two-thirds pot, and I only get called from the big blind. Everybody else folds. So we're going heads up to the river. So the river is a deuce of spades. Big blind checks to me, and I decided to just check here back. There's no point in trying to bluff in the pot if he does have me beat. And at this point, I just felt like he was gonna call anything I had. So I did check, and he shows ace queen of spades. Yeah. I mean, it's a good hand all in all, but with 3 hearts out there calling down anything I had, this player or this whole table decides to call down anything, and I just had to play smarter and less aggressive. Nice hand, buddy. So the next hand I decided to play was Jack 3 of diamonds. Action limps around to me with the under the gun +1, +2, and the button all limp. So for $2 more, I decided to limp in with only one more person left to act, and the big blind checks. So we're going 6 ways to the flop, and the flop comes down Jack 7-6 rainbow. So sitting with top pair here and pretty much a nothing kicker, I decided to check with 5 people left to act, and the action checks all the way around, so we're off to a turn, still 6 ways. So the turn is a 3 of spades, pretty much a beautiful card in my opinion, sitting with top and bottom pair. I let out with $9 and only the button calls. So at least we narrow down the field, and now we go heads up to the river. So the river is an ace of hearts, and I decided to lead out again with $20. I'm trying to bet a little bit more than half pot, hoping to get any calls from any ace X one pair holdings, which does not happen. The button winds up folding, and we take down the pot. So the next hand I'm gonna go over wind up being the last hand. Kind of left me steaming and took a huge chunk of my profit out, and I was just pretty much done for the night. So I look down at ace 3 offsuit. Action folds around to the low jack, who bets $10. The high jack calls, and I call. We're going 3 ways to the flop. So the flop comes ace 7-4 rainbow. So I lead out. I bet $10 with top pair, pretty much no kicker, hoping to bluff it out, or at least I have some showdown value if I have the best hand right now, which doesn't happen because both makes the call. The high jack and the low jack make the call. So we're still going 3 ways to the turn. The turn is ace of spades, which at the time I thought it was a dream card. Turning top set, thinking I had the best hand, which I did at the time. So I let out small. I bet $15, hoping to get some calls, maybe from some 7s or 4s. And the high jack or the low jack calls and the high jack folds. So we're going heads up to the river. So the river is a 5 of hearts. I didn't think too much of it. I considered it as a brick. I have top set at this point. I pretty much thought I was nutted. So I bet small, trying to get her to call, get some maybe slim value from it. So I bet $20. And then she rips it all in for 40. So at this point, I was confused. I went into the tank for maybe 30 seconds to a minute. And then I decided to call, and she shows 6-8 for a river straight. Ouch. So she got it in on the river. River to straight. She got lucky. I wasn't sure why she was calling me down with 6-8 in the first place, but I guess it paid off for her. Nice hand. At this point, I'm already steaming. I decided to pack up and leave. Alright guys, well, just finished my session. Probably a little over maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Bought it for 100. Took out 141, I believe. Yeah, 141. Got a profit of $41. I mean, I felt I played all right. There was a couple mistakes that I shouldn't have done. Got in with a couple of good hands actually. Biggest one was the queen 10, I believe, that I flopped the straight. I mean, that was pretty much it. There wasn't really too much action. I mean, playing 1-2. A lot of people that love to just bet crazy, and I wasn't gonna bet if I didn't really have anything. I pretty much was card dead, like a lot of the time. Well, the hustler didn't really let me record too much, so I kind of just recorded low-key and took notes when I can. That's pretty much it. Did I play better? Yes. I'm definitely gonna play better now. Been a little bit rusty. The LA casino's been closed for I want to say like 2 months now, since November, the end of November. I haven't been playing live poker. I've just been playing online. It's not the same. I'll tell you that right now. But it's pretty much a good session all in all. Up $40. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. This will be my first video, and I booked a win on my first video, so you can't complain about that. I mean, I can't ask for any more. But please like and subscribe. Help grow this channel, and so I can bring you more content. Peace.